Hey everybody, I am Blue, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Last time around, we got threatened by an undead, and we bumbled about in Fangberry Cave to the point where we could not even get the damn berries. That was a shame. Also, I asked you guys for information on that, just so you know, I haven't seen that yet, for the simple reason that I'm taping this back to back. So, there you go. So if you don't see me responding to what you guys posted, it's just that. Okay, anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a nap with these guys so they're restored a little bit and a little bit less damaged. Because we're going to get jumped soon for sure. Can't be anything else. We still got plenty of supplies to do so let's just do it. We don't lose that much time with it anymore. There you go. Cool. Right, the reason why I'm going to be exploring around here a little bit is actually quite simple. If you connect most of the roads, traveling times can be decreased significantly. Ergo, I make a thing out of it to make sure that most of these things are uncovered. Because if you want to, like, starting from here, click travel all the way over there, or the other way around from here till there, it's better if everything's connected. They'll just pick the shortest route. Kind of like a GPS. That's how advanced these people are. Alright, what do we got here? No visual threats. Okay. Oh, that's not so bad.
I am yours to command.
You attack. Wait. You help.
What
You need to go over there.
Tear them apart!
And the three of us, well, oh man, this double clicking thing is getting to be a nuisance.
This should do it.
Ready and willing.
My mouse is a little bit unreliable. I think I'm going to have to get a new one. This is not a random encounter, this is butchery. See? But it's okay. Well, that gave us nothing, didn't it? That's fine. Call it a warm-up fight. And because I'm recording back-to-back, I haven't sorted this stuff out yet. Just so you know. See, he gets angry quickly. Again, don't mess with him. And there you go, that's figured out. We already went there, I think. Is he going to connect here? Whee! Okay, I'll stop that.
I need to catch my breath.
And there you go, we found something. Another reason why you want to make sure that you explore plenty. You want to make sure that you find just about everything there is to find. Could have been worse. Alright. Let's head this way. And here. Alright. We walked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang up before our eyes. By turns we discovered a verdant lowland, with several near-about springs streaming down behind another hillside, and then, in the distance, in the center of the lowland among the bush, there stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw, clawing at the sky. But what was truly remarkable, the flat landscape was dotted by mysterious dark humps. They were piled upon the height of a man and scattered around in abundance. We determined that we should explore the lowland. Yeah. The further we trekked, the softer the land became, step by step. Heath grass gave way to moss, low-growing shrubs and ferns, and then sloshly puddles of stinky swamp water. The muddy ground sucked at our feet, and soon our party was jumping from hassock to hassock. Finally, we reached the first group of mysterious humps and learned they were no mere hills but dugout dwellings. We moved with great care towards the center of the lowland, and there the real swamp began. On the way toward the mysterious giant tree, we saw the foggy outline of another hut, this one much bigger and surrounded by small clay statues. We examined the surrounding dwellings, I think. Inside the dugouts were frosty and dark, darker than holes and filled with absolute desolation. There were no windows in these mud walls, no furniture or other homely items, except for the odd piece of tattered wicker. But every dwelling had a large, hollow dugout right in the center of the dirt floor, like a fire pit, but taking up the greater part of the space. They were filled with standing water and reeked beyond description. We would not retreat and move forward toward the tall tree, determined to visit the big hut on our way there. Alright, let's check it out. We walked slowly, carefully choosing our way, keeping the drier ground as much as possible, but the further we went, the more difficult it became, and soon we were wading waist-deep through the cattails. Frogs croaked loudly as we peered anxiously into the cloudy water, struggling to make out what shadows flitted along the bottom. Suddenly Nikolai staggered, spit out an oath, and flailed his arms. He made a wrong step, and unable to pull out his foot, he called out loudly, and began to sink into the vile green slush. Wary of another of us getting sucked into the bog, we decided to form a living chain. Sure. Oh boy. Nikolai's head was stuck below the deathly icky water, but our hands were just in time. We pulled with all our strength, and he emerged, gasping above the frothing muck. Nikolai was rather green by the time we'd lifted him out, but found the strength to thank us once he caught his breath. Man, that dude cannot catch a break. The insatiable bog gurgled hungrily after us, but we didn't look back. Sudden and weary, we finally made it back to solid ground, and a palace of sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, but decorated with pebbles, bones, cattail spikes, and snail shells. In front of the palace was a wide and shallow reservoir. Its green water reflected the leaves of huge ferns and primitive clay figurines. The buzzing of gnats was nearly deafening. We were not far from the center of the swamp, and a firm and steady path led there through the thick bushes. At its end, the tall, dry tree stretched mightily upwards, clawing at the firmament. We carefully examined the clay figures, trying to fathom who they might portray. Cool. Goggle eyes, flat heads with no necks, ears or chins, ugly long legs, unnatural bent. These sculptures could only be the work of boggards, primitive cruel boggart tribes, and inhabited the swamps of Gorant and Avestan. Wait, I'll just do this for a second. You can pause the game if you like, so you can check that out. Since the olden days, pitiless to others and to each other, they were led by the darker instincts of their insane priest kings. They are known to grow young fry in the pools inside the houses. Okay. We peeked inside the hut. The palace was twice the height of other huts, and its entrance was wide enough that three could walk abreast. The walls were decorated. An unknown builder had scratched drawings in clay while it was still wet. The faded scrawl depicted huge amphibians devouring smaller figures, some frog-headed, others not. 3 of the 4 rooms boasted large holes filled with water, just like the other dwellings, though here there were steps descending into them, cut into the dirt. In the furthest room we found equipment decorating the walls, leather armor, spears, clubs. To our surprise, a number of items were preserved. The hut was clearly deserted, so we felt no shame in taking some of it with us. Ooh, score. Quite a few coins there. We moved forward, seeing we'd drawn near to our goal. It was ever so lovely to walk once again along the well-trodden path. Our soaked clothes imagined being dry, and our mood at once lifted. The bushes that bordered the path seemed to wave at us amiably, with their juicy green leaves and shiny bright red berries. A fresh wind puffed away the rotten smell, and it finally felt like the swamp might be nearly behind us. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the thorny branches continued to move, and we heard a loud shout. Octavia, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green, filling in the path behind us. The surrounding thicket was coming to life. Its branches reached out with a soft, swishing sound. Drops of sap oozed from their thorns, gleaming in the emerald dusk. The path was disappearing. There was no way back, and the clear space ahead was closing. Now, we don't have the strength to pull that, so we're just going to try and run forward. Score. As an experienced traveler can tell you, sometimes you walk and sometimes you run. The branches snatched at our backpacks and clothes, and the sprouts tangled at our feet, but we slipped their grasp. We slipped their grasp. We were too quick. Neener, neener, neener. Finally, after what seemed an endless trek, we came upon the gigantic dry tree that had so intrigued us from the beginning. Lo and behold, we saw an idol cut in its trunk, a huge horned, three-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it look both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle hung half open, sharp toothed with several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed from the corner of its mouth. Yeah, we tried to glean what sort of idol it might be. There could be no doubt. This was Gogunta, master of the great swamp and the demon abyss. Well, that's not good. Yeesh. There you go. But what is this? While we were examining the idol, a large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hollow in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of one of our noses. It was so remarkably strange, it didn't react to our movements and seemed quite content to remain where it sat. Yeah, looking at this, considering how the land's around here, yeah, I'm gonna destroy it. I'm gonna destroy it. Wait, what? Eat it? No. Clearly you could not leave such an obscenity unscathed. We drew our swords and slashed at the wooden face, and from it oozed back sticky blood. We heard a great clap of thunder, and a thick fog arose from nowhere. The birds screamed furiously. More thunder soon followed, and with each strike the sky grew darker and darker. Soon we couldn't see the sun through the fog. The air shuddered again. But was it still thunder, or the creaky voice of the monstrous toad? Still our iron blades dug deep into the blood-soaked wood, and at last the idol was smashed into splinters. The fog cleared away, and silence descended. Suddenly we realized that every frog in the swamp had gone quiet. We turned almost with a sigh of relief, and saw that the flesh-eating bush had withered away. Satisfied with a job well done, we returned to where we'd come from. Well, there you go then. What's this then? Sickened. Yeah, I get that. Alright. Well, alright. What's this? Here's another mark though. We'll check it out later. Random encounter. Show me what you got. Come on. Curse a feeble body. Alright. Whoops. Cobalt Flame Shaman. Just a bunch of kobolds, huh? Never underestimate your enemies. We have been weakened. So, let's take it serious. It's just but one? Really?
This should do it.
I thought he'd have some... Ah, there you go. I knew he'd have some friends.
Let us strike as one.
Never mind. Got him. I'm gonna collect it all. We need more money because we gotta get rid of this curse.
All according to plan.
What you got for me, buddy? Ooh, 100 gold right there. Worth the fight.
In due time.
Alright. Soon we'll have to head over to Oleg's to get rid of this. Yot should be able to help. And slowly work our way to Old Sycamore here. That's good for later. There you go.
I need to catch my breath.
And here is where we're going to take a rest. It'll be fine, guys. 4 rations. Okay. Pine Patch is where we were that time. And another fight. Cool. Like I said, I'm just following the same actions I did last time. What the hell is this? Trollhound. Well, alright then. That is not good. If I'm not mistaken, those things are pretty tough. Yeah. There you go. You do this. It's regenerating. Okay. You have Acid Splash, so you walk real close. Just keep smacking it. And now you kill it. Thank you. I'm glad there was but one. Trollhound, you say? Huh. Well, you know, could have been worse. Could have been much, much worse. One Trollhound is not so bad. If there were more of them, that could have been bad, though. Alright, made it to Old Sycamore. Not going in there just yet. There you go. Now we have a clear connection to Oleg's Trade House. Post, even. Check our inventory. How many supplies do we have? 10. Considering what I know about Old Sycamore, we are going to head over here. And we're going to get more supplies. Soon as these guys stop jumping us. Yeah, man. What do you have for us today? Ah, Mouse, why are you so unreliable? Stop it.
Enemy approaching.
Okay. Nikolai, why don't you fire palm this dude right there?
This should do it.
So let's make sure that I didn't do anything wrong there. Amiri, you get angry and hit this guy in the face.
Tear them apart!
Same thing for
Let
you.
us strike as one.
Amiri, you can go for that guy.
Down!
You can sing our praises. And you go there too.
Repent.
Well, alright then. Taking it all. Ain't so bad. Reason why I'm heading back to Oleg's? Curse of Feeble Body. Don't want to have that on me. Need more supplies anyway, so we can continue on properly when we get there. You'll see what I mean when we do. Alright. And continue up north. This sucks. I thought we could just pick up those berries.
To catch my breath.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is sell some stuff, buy some stuff, and sleep. And I think that's where I'm gonna cut out, so that next episode we can start nice and fresh. Got myself that little bit of twirly around me. Gotta get rid of that. Luckily, I know how. Let's see here. Show me what you got. Gonna sell the longbow because don't really need it now. Now that we know that Elf Girl can't deal with it. And with Elf Girl, I mean Octavia. No disrespect. I'm gonna sell some more stuff. We're at 3K. It'll be fine. That it? No, quartz. There you go. And this here stone. Cool. Needed more supplies. Quite a few, actually. Ring of protection. I don't think so, but pretty cool. They knock you to death with that stuff anyway. Let's see here. We still had 10, so 20 should do. Why are you doing that game? Do that again. Here you go. And we deal. I guess I could have brought 40, but it would have been a little bit over the top. What's this? Bloodfire fever. That's... yikes. Alright. I'm gonna walk up the yield.
How may I serve you?
Help of a cleric. Where is it? I know you have it. Where is it? Scroll of Restoration. That's pretty good. I'm looking for a specific one. Break Enchantment. All allies within 30-foot bursts, center and coster. Free victims from enchantments, transmutations, and curses. Just the one, please. Thank you. There you go. Let's hope Amiri will feel much better in the morning. So yeah, we messed with a, evil tree. But considering that the green vines and whatnot were present, I'm thinking it's a good thing we destroyed it. I'm pretty sure it's a good thing. Pretty sure. Like 96% chance that it was a good thing. Yeah. Okay. Alright guys, I think this is where I'm going to cut out. I think this is a pretty good spot. Then next time, we're going to head on over to Old Sycamore and see what's what over there. I hope you guys had a good time as always. Drop a like or a dislike depending on what you thought. Comment if you have any feedback or ideas or some tips. And if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe. Because, I like it when people do that. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.